Yeshua. Who is Yeshua? Many say they know his life story. And the book was certainly written and rewritten. But is that story all that it seems? Perhaps he was a man that was grossly misrepresented by the elite of his time. The elite did to him what they do to all who stand in their way. Destroy them. They stole his intellectual property, then cancelled him. Same SHT. Just a different era. Yeshua came to earth from the fifth dimension. Some say he came a little unprepared for the difficulties that he would face, and that hindered his true mission. I believe he came to reunite humanity with the divine creator and set us on a better path, towards one of peace, harmony, tolerance towards others and equality for all. I believe the core teaching is that all souls have a personal, an individual and a divine connection to God, that we are all one with, and part of, that divine source. And that divine connection is one that no other man or entity has the right to become involved with. He came to end the separation between man and our true divine creator or source. Yeshua was a carpenter, like father like son. He then became a fisherman as he traveled on his mission. He worked with the people and was respected in his position. People saw the light that Yeshua carried, and like moths to the flame they followed him. They were inspired by his teachings, teachings that are founded in unconditional love, tolerance, and compassion. However, he held no rank in society, he was just a humble man, but despite this he had a massive impact on those he met. As he traveled, he spread the word, he shared the teachings of the divine creator, reaching out to others and spreading light and love with divine inspiration to work towards a better world. He began to unite those he met, towards a common goal. You could say he led a rebellion against the Roman Empire and their gods. The Roman Empire became aware of Yeshua's influence and the prospect for change that he inspired. He promoted an end to war, injustice, asking people to live for peace and equality, to build a more compassionate, tolerant and stable world where souls could thrive, bringing them closer to their individual and divine connection with God, our beloved divine creator. In recognizing the divine creator, the teachings are that while we all have sovereignty, free will and other divine rights, we still answer to a higher power, and we need to take personal responsibility for our own actions and lives. These teachings were not in line with the agenda of the Roman Empire at the time. An empire that preferred to promote and submit to a brutal dictator, a false god, or set of vengeful gods. Yeshua threatened the society that the Roman Empire had built. The Roman Empire were the elite of that time. They did to Yeshua what the elite do to anyone who threatens their hold on society. They destroyed him. They stole his intellectual property, taking his core teachings and perverting them. They had to eradicate his influence, so they disposed of him and rewrote the scriptures to fit their narrative. A narrative that met the political and economic needs of the empire at that time. The Bible states that the Roman Empire crucified Yeshua, despite the recorded time of the crucifixion being outlawed. They then stole his teachings, perverted them, and founded the church. This formed the basis of key religions that we see remnants of today. The elite took the spirit from Yeshua and created a fictional character called Jesus. It was never Yeshua's intent to form a church. There is no true need for a church, because it is your divine right to commune with the divine source, whenever and wherever you choose to do so. I don't believe Yeshua wanted, or asked, to be worshipped as a god. I see that as the desire of man. I understand that Yeshua's uncle set up the first church in his name. There have been several variations of Christian traditions. My belief is that Christianity as we know it today was the product of the Roman Empire. When Christianity was created, rather than bring us closer to our beloved and divine creator, it separated us from that connection through its teachings. It is my view this was done as a means of control for the masses. Rather than bringing humanity closer to God, priests acted as the gateway to the heavens, putting separation between souls and their divinity. they became the gateway to salvation, promoting separation from God. They wrote a set of rules to adhere to, teaching people to fear God and seek salvation or be damned by their God. Systems were put in place to suppress humanity's ability to thrive and naturally develop spiritually. Church collections gave the church wealth and power, and I view confession as an excellent means of spying on the population and to monitor obedience and compliance. Do you doubt what the elite did to Yeshua? Please consider what they did to Lincoln, Tesla, JFK, and countless other visionaries, sent to aid humanity and destroyed by the elite. I am sure throughout history there have been many others. Consider the world we live in today. It is full of corruption, hate, conflict, and division, and on all levels of society. While we are encouraged to fight among ourselves, we are distracted from major societal changes. We even lack the time and space to focus on developing our own true spirituality. We work longer hours for what seems like less reward. As we work, many still struggle to make ends meet financially and cater for our basic needs. For some, employment is not an option, and even trying to run our own businesses, well, it quite often seems like the deck is stacked against us. We are too tired, too stressed, too ill, and too poor to foster and nurture our true divine connection with God. We live in a world where true spirituality is all but obsolete. It has almost been eradicated. We live in a world where greed, deception, and conflict are rewarded, even respected by some. A world where good people live in poverty and are exploited for having a compassionate and loving nature. Is this the type of world we want? Is this what we want for our children? It's time to end the division and conflict. Yeshua came to earth from the higher dimensions. His mission was to reconnect humanity to their sovereign divinity, our beloved Creator, God. Yeshua did not achieve that goal. Our beloved Creator learned from that experience, and this time, rather than sending just one man, a team was sent. 144,000 souls answered the clarion call. They volunteered to come to earth to usher in a new era for humanity, a new earth. To bring forth an era of change for the betterment of humanity, our planet, and the universe. These volunteers came to facilitate rapture, or as I prefer to call it, the shift or ascension to the next dimension. As Scripture foretold, the promised land awaits for those who choose unity. Let the global healing begin. And so, it shall be done. By the power of our combined will and intent. It is done. If you're interested in learning more about spiritualism and want to develop your natural abilities, please like and subscribe, comment below to start a discussion. Hit the bell to get notified when new content is published. You can also register your interests on my website. Tell me what your interests are. Help me build a community-led channel. You can become part of a new spiritual community. Check out my website for further information and links. I don't have any sponsors, so any recommendation that I make will be on merit. Because I choose to work this way, I ask that, if you find value in my work, or any recommendation that I make, you consider making a small donation. Links are on this page, and the website. You could also book a mentoring session or a reading, or consider buying something from my online store. This will help me to keep on working on my spiritual mission. Thank you for your subscription and your support for this channel. Together we can achieve unity and a better world, full of peace, fulfillment, and prosperity for all. And so it shall be done. By our combined will and intent, it is done. Blessings. May peace be with you.